Things to do for today. Dun, dun, dun. Oh. Mute. That's what I forgot. And hello. Waiting for Unity. Oh, I changed something, did I? Cool. Almost cool. Okay. Why is Unity so slow? Oh, it's compiling something. Okay, there we go. Today is intensive testing. I wrote that down from yesterday, so we've got to do it. Okay, main things. I used to write like a procedure. So, like a quality assessment thing. A quality assessment test. So this is where user stories come in. And then QA testing. Then we've got all the numbers here. So does it start? Does it crash? Does the ally attack? No, does the player move? Does the player move smoothly? Can you start battles? Can you win battles? Can you lose battles? Does the ally fight with you? Or does the ally fight? Oh wait, no. This is one that hasn't been done yet, so can you heal outside of battle, which you cannot. Okay, after that, can you fight two at a time? Does the UI look alright? Put an asterisk here, because UI refers to the battle panel, shopping panel, subtitles, pause panel. Oh, I don't need to keep saying panel. So battle, shopping, subtitles, notifications, but I do it in order. Shop, pause, settings, notifications. Was that it? Okay. And can you shop? Does the story be alright? Match the scripts. And does level 2 start? Actually, again, does level 2 start? Don't need to save it yet. Actually, yeah. While there's no one else on the screen, then QA testing. Okay. Then you've got future user stories from testing. So I want to heal outside of battle. And these can be bullet points. And I think that's all good. So I know that all of these happen already. Why does game over look like that then? That's a bug. Oh, I feel sick. Okay, so I guess if all of that's working, then yeah. One thing I did want to work on, let me get the hack and plan on the screen. Can I zoom into this? Yeah, that's good. Okay, that I wanted to do, I did one off stream actually. I did the player target, what did I do? I did the camera aim testing, which was only 5 minutes, but it's still something. And I don't want to do that, and I can do that. So, but this is low importance. Whereas, yeah. Right. If the music doesn't fade, then it's not ginormo problemo, if you catch my drift. Okay, so volcano music, fixed clouds, shopkeeper. Fixed clouds is another one because we don't need clouds. No one's going to care if there's clouds. I want people to be looking down, not up. Okay. Chasing behaviour. We could do that today. This I want to do, yeah. And other things to do today are, what do you call it? The test player movement. And I guess this is design. I also wanted to do what? Yeah, this text highlight thing. Other things I wanted to test though. Wait, I'll just spam out everything in my head. No, I already said main menu. I wanted to do I think that's everything I wanted to test, but I wanted to do something else and I can't remember what. No, I've probably already done it. Okay, so right now we're working on testing player movement, and the problem with this is if we go to a new scene, then you've got your terrain, and then you've got your little camera and a cube. Okay. Zero, 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 10. So yeah, there they are. And you can see the cube there. And then we're just going to make a little test script. So follow. Actually, no, that's. Yeah, we can use follow. Should we? Because follow just follows based on. Hang on, why do we have follow if it's exactly the same as hover? Okay, well, I'm gonna go back to the other scene. Yeah, I'll save this right now as matrix. And the matrix can be for testing conditions. Oh, it's speaking. No, it's fine. Okay, so type of follow is what I'm going to find. It's just a minimap camera. But there's also a script called hover. So can I not just use this instead? Or does hover... Oh. Okay, so on target. Otherwise I'll just set the base offset to transform. Or target. Dot position. Where is it gone? Minimap camera. Okay, so yeah, if I just set that to that and that to 21.5 and split the speed to I guess I did acceleration and distance in the other one. say if the transform doesn't equal, yeah, no, if the target is not null. Okay, so yeah, this is the hover one. Okay, so that's when it has a character. And this is when the transform is attached, or when nothing's attached. Okay, so it's going to be first if the character is null, then if the transform is null, or target is null, is what I called it. I've got stomach pains. I ate something bad today. That's better. So it does this when nothing is attached. And if it has a target, then it does this part. Oh, did I not copy that part? I'll just click this. I think before I used a vector, oh, it's just a float for speed. Yeah, so before it didn't even use distance, so that's bullshit. Oh, it did for the hover position. Okay, I guess we just don't need this. We can just use distances, how far to hover. Oh, and it had offset. We can just change that to base offset. Okay, then technically it should be a vector 3 for speed as well. I don't think we need it, but yeah, we don't need it to actually keep distance, so we just need it to follow it. Actually, do we? X or distance or y. Okay, so theoretically that should work perfectly, but I'm thirsty. I want to make some iced tea. What I'm going to start doing is making 2 cups of tea at a time, so I've got 1 hot cup of tea and then 1 hot cup of tea that's cooled down while the other one is drinkable, and I can put ice into the other one, so then I can have iced tea at any time of the day. Yeah, max speed is 2. This isn't gonna work. Wait, was that just the offset before? If I undo everything. Yeah, distance was just the offset. Oops, my bad. So I guess I just need a public float for distance. Okay, so this should actually work now. I need to keep an eye on the Twitch chat. Yeah, I think I feel sick because the food was a bit salty. Back to the menu map camera. 2,500. No, just the max speed. 3. And acceleration was 2. And max speed was 1,000. So what does it use speed for? It uses speed as the distance between the 2 places. So yeah, I guess we don't need that. Oh, we do need it. Because speed is how much it oscillates when it starts floating. So here we can just say speed equals . Okay, and then we can make this. Oh wait, it has to be public. We'll just rename it hover speed. or rename it properly, you have to highlight it, rename, hover speed. Cool. And God knows what that was before, but in this case it's going to be 0, so it's all good. Remove this, and if you play, it should still play normally. Just a sec. It's not normal, but oh my god, that's so lucky. Is it because the stats are open? That's slightly better. Okay, so you can see that the Minimap camera is way over here. Nowhere near in the right place. Were those stats right the first time? Yeah, 21.5. Okay. So yeah, we'll just play it and play around with the values. So we can see it here anyway. So let's put it at 0, 0, 0. No. Great. So that's set up so it can only work on start. It's still not going to the right place though. Because the direct is over here. Oh, is there, because there's a, no. I was going to say something, but it was wrong. So, I'm just going to do a debug log for each one, so. Altering offset. This one's going to be following target. And this one's going to be... Wait. But yeah. So this one's going to be hovering. Yeah, I guess hover's a VFX because it's a visual thing. So it's cool where it is. Oh wait, the offset reset to 0. But yeah, it's saying hovering, which is not what we wanted. Because the target is not null. also I put the console up here because it's just a lot easier for me to. It's saying both. Okay. So it's a broken if-else statement. First name. Oh wait, because the camera must hover as well. And all the other objects that normally hover will still be doing that. Yeah, minimap camera is following target. The target is hovering. And moving instruction is hovering, which is that thing. Okay, so minimap camera is following a target, but the offset is just wrong. So you can see here, minimap camera is here. But the player's over here. Okay, so all we need to do is fix the script is to fix this part. So, edit these out for now. The camera doesn't even use hover right now because I think it was messing up with the offset. So it knows that the target position is on the base offset, and at the start it sets the base offset to okay. That should fix it, I guess. My bad. I think these two are meant to be opposite. And so if it has a character, then it changes depending on what the character's offset. Yeah, then it changes the character's offset. And then if it has a target, then yeah, the offset stays the same. And if it has neither a target nor a character, then the base offset's just going to be 0, so we don't even need this. Maybe it looks better maximized. No, it doesn't. I mean, you can put the scene view down here for now. No, right. Scene view up here, game view down there. And just move the camera up a bit. That's around where it was before, right? 16, 16.5. Wait, the offset. Oh, 20, 1.5. Better. Yeah, better. Yeah, that's better. I mean, the camera needs a bit smoothing on the other one, but it's fine here. Okay. So that's what I wanted to work on. Wait, now we can delete that follow scripts. That's just me being very picky. And apply changes. I haven't changed the enemy. I think I was just gonna apply the minimap camera because that's the only thing I've changed today. Did I change the director at all? No. No, it's all good. Okay, so player movement. As you can see, the only issue is the camera's a bit whack. It's jittery. It just bobbles up and down. And I can't tell if it's because of the director or because of the, what do you call it, the player movement. But even so, the player movement's sticky, so we'll have to work on that sooner or later. See, it's just, yeah, it's the camera movement that needs working. Actually, wait. This is going to be made so much easier if I just do this. Okay, or we'll leave a player there, but if we go to the camera AI. Yeah, look at. We're just going to say v equals new vector 3 with v.x, v.y, v.z, but we're going to make these ints. And all it does is round it to the nearest int. So the camera look is a lot more steady than the camera movement. Like having one of those tripods or the things on tracks, whatever you call them. Cameras on tracks. Oh, I've got to turn the camera back on. Here we go. Doesn't exactly work, but we can still round to the nearest 0.2. Or use a double, I guess. because a float has loads of decimal places. But a float only stores 64. Actually no, a float is 32, a double is 64, and a decimal is 128. So you want something less than a float. So what's smaller than a float? Or instead of this, we could just have it smoothed out. So this needs a vector 3, right? So yeah, we'll just have vector 3 L, or we can just say 3 is vector 3 dot lerp between v or transform the position and v plus lookout. Oh, this part. Oh, I'm pressing the one button all the time. Time for a drink break. Okay, so that will just smooth it out. Oh, and we'll just have time dot total time here. We can increase it if we need to, but it should be fine. It's still shaky. What if you make this like times 0.1f? It's a little shaky, but not too shaky. Last time we'll do it as like a tiny percent of that value. Excuse me. It's not good enough. Okay, back to the matrix. Oh yeah, I got so distracted. We were gonna do the matrix thing first. Okay, so you've got your cube, and we're just going to say okay. Yeah, the follow script, or the hover script is what we called it in VFX. Okay, we're just going to have a NavMesh agent. No, we're not. That's too complicated. We're just going to use NavMesh move, simple, and have a public wall here for input. Hang on, my laptop fan is getting loud. This is not well insulated. There we go. Okay, a public wall for input. So if input if not input pos equals vector 3.height. No. Okay, if input, then it just sets pos to vector 3 equals input dot get axis horizontal. Or pos vector 3 dot right times. Okay. I do need to head off in a few seconds to get a drink, but I will be right back. I forgot what I was doing. Tools, NavMesh move, put that on the cube. And this is just to test out movement on the NavMesh. Okay, so if it's true, we're just going to say in here that if nma is null and input nma equals add component NavMesh agent. And you have to do game object to add component, because it needs to know what it's adding the component to. And we need to build the NavMesh. While that's working, I'll just be right back. Oof. Yeah. Next time I'm just gonna play a video in the back of what's it? Baldi's Basic Games. The Kickstarter. See, that's smooth enough. But I guess we could copy the nav mesh settings. Actually, it's just 3.5, 8 for acceleration. Okay, so we'll save this for now. Yeah, that's a good point. I haven't changed the YouTube. Hardcore porn, stolen microphones. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna change this title. I'm changing it to, and I'm changing it to the same as the Twitch title, which is go. So back to the other scene. We have the shop. Maybe that should be the main menu, just you start in the matrix. Okay. That's actually a really good idea. I want to try that. So, but it would be really cool to see what I could do. And I could get rid of, oh, no, it would be amazing to see what I could do. Okay, but let's go back to the characters. The player. 8 and 3.5. Exactly the same as Matrix. Yeah. I mean, there's base offset, but it is a little bit laggy, but that's because it's not full screen. What I'm just going to do quickly is mess up the terrain just a little bit. And I can't even see the cube. have to bake it, don't I? Oh well. I mean, it is smooth enough going up hills, and it's pretty responsive. But if you go to the other scene now, then it's not the same. Because every time you press left and right, you should see movement. And it might be because I've set it to snap on the inputs. Oh, it is on snap. Oh, snap. Never mind. Am I going to reduce the text size? The text size, reduce it? You mean, what do you mean? In the game? Oh, yeah. I don't know yet, because they've all got canvases, so it's not hard to do. It's just a matter of going to whatever character you want, like the player, and they've all got a canvas on them, so if you go there, you can just scale it like so. So yeah, if I do, then I might do it later, but right now it's not a problem. It's like, you know what the player is because there's a big sign that says player, and it does disappear sometimes, and it does also depend on the angle that you look at it from. So from, I mean, the player text, fair enough, but it's also a health bar, so I'm not sure where I want the health bars and the text to be in relation to each other, but yeah. Okay, so yeah, it's not hard to change that at all, but right now all I want to do is focus on the movement because it's a bit delayed, if you get my drift. I mean, I should be able to edit this to make everything a lot easier if I go to, but the thing is, it should be, I made a matrix scene, I'm not sure if you were there for that, and let me explain the problem. In the matrix, movement is smooth, so the camera's on the thing, everything's smooth. Going uphill's smooth, and it's responsive, so as soon as I press it, it moves. Whereas when we go to the shop, then the movement is so delayed that it makes me want to cry. So it's a full second or so before the player starts moving and playing the animation. And that's mainly because of the minute input, I think, because I've changed the code so that it requires a minimum amount of input before it can do anything, which is on player here, player move, and right now the minute input is 0.09. I can debug it to see what comes out. Oh, we don't need that anymore. If you go back to the script, we had hover debugging so much stuff. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, so we can keep these, no, those two open. So yeah, today it's just figuring out why the movement is so delayed, and I know that it has to be something to do with this minimum input thing. But yeah, I told it to debug moving whenever it is moving, but I don't think that seems to be helping so much. Because we can still play around with other things like the sensitivity, but we shouldn't have to because it's working in the matrix, so it should be working in the level. So yeah, you can see it doesn't start moving until it reaches 0.3, which is a real problem. Even now it's at 0, 0. But yeah, I don't know why. Okay, what I'll do, I'll change it to 0.11. Because a lot of the time it's coming up in jumps over 0.1, and I've put it at 0.9, so that could be affecting it a lot. What if I change the speed to like 7? It's still delayed a lot. I mean, not so much if we're going forward, like that. That's like half a second. So it's like that's the time between each movement. Okay, so when I press the button it's the first tap, when I start moving it's the second tap. I can try making this 0 to see if it makes any difference whatsoever, but it doesn't. I can try increasing the acceleration to 16, but it doesn't help. I can even try changing the stop distance to 0. Oh, this is stop distance. The stop distance does it. I'll change that back to 0.09 and to 0.1. Okay, so all I'll do is I'll have it, the player move script, update based on what the nav mesh is set to. So nav mesh agent, and that's going to be main input equals that stopping distance. And now we're using AI, sorry. Excuse my French. We don't do UI in this place. UI coding, who does that? It's embarrassing. UI coding. Okay. Oh, and you want to make this a static float, so that's private. Actually, we can just delete these. And delete that part. Okay, we should probably get that. underneath. Oh, and then update the move distance after. Okay, that's the movement upgraded. So now we can try moving around, and that'll be so much smoother, I guess. I had some apple juice and it's doing my head in. The sugar. Yeah, the camera's still a bit bumpy, but yeah, c'est la vie. Okay, next up on the list is what did I test bear movement. I guess that took a while. That took 72 minutes. Okay, so I guess now's the main menu. I want to do text highlight, but we can do that later. It's something to look forward to. So I'll put that right at the top. And this is at the bottom, because I hate doing voiceovers. Controls page and chasing behaviours we've launched. Yeah, we can leave that after. But controls page, do we need one? I don't think so. So I'm going to put this back over here. And yeah, these are the only 4 things I want to do right now. Maybe the main menu. Actually, no, I want to do the main menu now. Okay, we can make a copy of the matrix. I kind of want this. I don't know what the music should be. It should be like the Dumbfounded Say song, like dum 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 dum. Yeah, crab music or tiptoe music. Tell you what, go to the shop and where was it? Yeah, the football. I don't know where we'll put the football, but I guess we can put it in items. I don't want the football to be collectible though. Yeah, we'll make some. Yeah, we'll make all the tiny items, or all the items that you can get, tiny, and everything too big. Yeah. Okay, I can live with that. I don't want to play around with gravity though. Nope, it's fine. Because if we go back to the matrix, we can still drag the football in, and where do I put it? Items. I'll make another folder called collectibles. Because anything you can buy or or anything you can use is a collectible. So we're just going to drag this guy into here. And it doesn't use gravity. So we can have another thing on here, another tool. It just says force on start. I thought I deleted that. I deleted the right thing, didn't I? I didn't delete hover. No. Oh, this is confusing. Oh. Let me check my recycle bin to see what I actually deleted, because I distinctly remember deleting photo. Yeah, it's in the recycle bin. Okay, so maybe it just hasn't registered in here or something, but that needs to be collected in the garbage. But yeah, tools, force and start, and that meta file is deleted as well. Or maybe because I saved data, that would do it. So force and start. Simple get component rigid body add force and up here we'll have public vector 3 force. It thinks, oh, if you can spell vector right then at the top. Oh, I forgot to turn that off in the... No, I turned it off in the debug, I think. It should be fine. So this cube... Oh, that's the cube, it's fine. This football, just going to have a force and start. And this terrain, we're going to go bam, 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 bam. So now we have 6 terrains, and I don't even know what we're going to do with it. But it should be fun. You can't rotate it? Okay. So delete all these. Because we're using planes. And I don't exactly know how big the camera can see, but yeah, 7 by 7. And we can actually delete the terrain now. Yeah, I have no idea what I'm doing yet, but I'll figure it out soon. Put this at 0, 0. Make your life easier. Put this at 0, 0. Move it back a bit. Duplicate both of these. I have to put one on top of the other. Minus 180. 90. Thanks for hosting the stream, Muffles, Mr. Muffles Dev. Never even looked around, but yeah. Shout out to Mr. Muffles. And today we are just, well, right now we're making a menu. So this is, it was the Matrix, but it's gonna be not the Matrix soon. I need to find out who this Mr. Muffles guy is. Something like that. And okay. So that's minus 180, 180, and 90. Okay. If this works, it will be perfect, but if it doesn't, then we're in trouble. That's close enough. Can move the camera onto the foot. Actually, better idea. There's your camera. Sphere collider. And the script is here. We'll say that 10, 1. And all these planes have colliders on them, so that's cool. Then hide this, and let's see how it looks. Oh, love TT, Mr. Muffles dead. Oh, rigid body, of course. There's always one thing I forget. Rigid body, let's go. Yeah, so for any of you that don't know, this is Alex and this is day 14 of making it. Oh, that was so... Turn off gravity. That was disappointing. Make this like 1,000 or 10,000. So yeah, this is a story-driven RPG. Oh no. 10,000 is too much. 500. Story-driven RPG, and the combat mechanic is time-based combat. That's so not fun. It doesn't even line up properly, that's why it's... Oh! What I can do, I can go to environment and make a new physics material, and that will make everything bouncy. Physics material? Yeah, just call it new. Bounciness, whatever, 1. And all you guys are bouncy now. Let's see how that goes. I could line them up a bit better, couldn't I? I was in a rush for no reason. just this one down a bit. Okay, let's see how that goes. Not good enough. I had it set to 500, didn't I? And 1,000, no, 10,000 was too much. So 2,000. Okay, that's fine. And let's go back to the tools. Random force on start. So now we've got this guy and we've got this guy. We'll just make a protected void force and yeah, it does that. Let's start with forces. Actually, it needs a vector 3 to be put into here. And we'll just call it F. So for this one, on start, we can just say, we don't even need that, we just have force, whatever. It's going to be a random number. I think I made it in functions, so yeah, random vector 3. Functions, random vector 3. Oh, and this has to derive. This has to derive from force and start. What? Oh right, and it needs a max radius. So int random radius. Random radius. Okay, so the radius is going to be like 1,000, maybe 2,000, and then we can start decorating it, which will be nice. So remove force and start, and we've just got random force now. Yeah. I'm not sure about making it spin though. Did that just not work? Oh, I didn't set random radius. No wonder it didn't work. Wait. Oh, because it doesn't have a public hint. Public means you can see it in the inspector. And hi, Rolshan. I didn't realise that was a person waving. I saw you there. I thought it was just like, oh. So I'm not good with emojis. I remember the penguin, but that's the last time I saw a proper emoji, and that was back in 2007? Whoa, 10 years ago. So 1,000. I think it was 1,000. Was it 1,000? And then to make it spin, we'd have to do, I don't know. Oh, it does spin. Whoa, another. Thank you, Lead Follow Games, for hosting the stream. Like, right on. I can't believe people are actually hosting me. This is just going to be the main menu. It's crazy, but yeah. So this level was called the Matrix. I'll save it as a new thing. So save scene as main menu. Developer scenes. Main menu. And thanks everyone for the follows. Cyber Games, nice one. Okay, this is all saved. I guess we just need, yeah, we can just decorate it or whatever. But right now, if I press play, then it's a ball, it's the camera bouncing around a level. Just because I had a song in my head and I wanted to make something that fits it, so this is the closest thing I could think of. And then we can tile it just to see what it would look like. Actually, I want to use, wait, first I want to put these into environment where they belong. And I don't know, let's just use the sand one because it's the first thing I could see. So all of these guys are sandy now. Oh, sandy, not greeny. Just to see how it looks. Thanks for the follow, Grimbone. I actually love that name, Grimbone. Yeah, so it needs fleshing out a lot, but if we put some models in here, then oh wait, we can use the crystal models. That's something at least. These go. And then, wow, they're tiny. 100, 100, 100, 1,000, 1,000. Everything's 1,000 in this level. What is the I'll do a playthrough because right now there's no context whatsoever, which is probably bad. If I go back to scenes, this is the shop. And this is an RPG. It's what's the word for it? A story-driven RPG where you play as this guy, Mr. Oh, he doesn't have a name yet, but it's a crab. I was going to call him Mr. Krabs because, no, that's a name. You shouldn't be able to see that. But yeah, there is music, but actually, sorry, Callum, I'm turning the music back on. The music's not amazing yet. Please stop scaling objects. It's not that bad, is it? I'm just going to set everything to 1,000. So yeah. And you can attack him, extra attack, or you can just choose an enemy like that. And then this item is there. Kills him. There's not enough animations yet because everything in here is just free assets apart from what I've made. So I've made the music and the programming and the design, which is all pretty shitty. Well, the programming is good, but the art's not perfect yet, or anywhere near. This is where it tells you how to pause. Oh, and then there's some annoying voiceover that comes. So you can just click on here, it's there. And what I'm also want to do today, I want to do it so this changes colour when you've selected the target. Oh, that's a bug. I changed this. Yeah, Fuzzy Smurf, you can hear now. This is a bug where the ally doesn't attack if it's exactly 7. So yeah, you can still win. So if the distance between the target and the attacker is less than less than the maximum distance, less than your range, then it's meant to attack, but it should be less than or equal to, because otherwise if it's exactly 7, like I've got a 7 meter sword, it's pointed at your head, it's saying, oh, but it's less than 7, so you can't hit me. And then there's all those enemies over there that are too far, but I don't want to deal with those guys. Environment, more enemies. There's a giant turtle if you keep going ahead. Oh, I forgot to turn that off. But no, realise. And items. It needs an offset. I've got 4 smelling salts. How did I get 4? I thought I only bought 1. So yeah, I just want to turn that debug off really quickly. But yeah, that's the concept of the game. I'm working on some pixel art for the game. Oh, hi Fuzzy Swerve, I'm doing well. And why do they kill the hairy enemies? From hairy cabbage. I don't know hairy cabbage, they just do. These two are just killers. Like, it's just a fighting game. They're going around beating people up and it's not nice, you know. Cyber Games said, I'm working on some pixel art at the moment for a game. Nice. Yeah, I definitely love pixel art. Just what would be awesome is having it 2D next to 3D. And turn it off. Okay. So yeah, that's what I'm working on. And this is currently on Itch.io. I put a link down below. I think I updated it yesterday. So you guys get the good one. One thing I wanted to do, I wanted to change the offset before I forget, because these days I'm getting really forgetful. I mean, I'm only like 20, but I'm getting forgetful. It's changing the... If I go to the shop manager, is it? The shop manager's here with the director. Okay. Oh right, so the... So with the shop manager, when it... I'll open it for... That doesn't open it. I'll open it. Okay, so with the shop manager, it's got Y spacing, X spacing, but it needs to have an offset for the UI. So I'll just have a public vector2 spacing. I'm on my phone, gonna switch to my PC. Yeah, so it's just easier to read everything at the same time. And then here I'm just going to say spacing plus this. No, offset I called it. What did I call it? Why did I call it spacing? Offset. Okay, cool. And that should make life a bit easier. I go back to the... What was the font on the items? It wasn't the same as the other one. I'll do that in a sec, but if you go to here, then you've got an offset, and that's just going to be like minus 100. Done. And yeah, that's fine, because 100 is a lot smaller for UI. It's like centimeters for UI, and then meters for game objects in the world. So it's not the same as using 1000 for everything. I was going to go to the text, so where is it? It's in the items, collectibles, or is it just items? Is this it, item text, or use? No, it's the item text. Yes, Liberation Sands. I guess Roboto is what my usual go-to. Okay, that should make everything a bit better this time. $100 was too much, but we'll make it plus 50 on the X. If you go back to the shop manager, oh no, that I meant to do 150. My brain's not working right now. Okie doke. And yeah, my list of tasks is also, where did it go? Here. So main menu was the last thing. That's... Oh wait! Okay. I meant to change the height to 50 and then the right to 25 because it was too low. Okay. Was it my 25? And I guess I can move the battle manager to make it -10. Okay. Yeah, welcome back, Fuzzy. No. Okay, so make this -20 or -50, whatever. And the director, you're gonna be X is 200. Did I do that? I thought I made X 50 and then Y. Yeah, because it was -150 before. So I meant to change that to 50. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Because -100 was too much. That was meant to be -50, and the Y was meant to be, yeah, we'll just leave the Y on 50. Because that should be fine. Wait, no. Okay. I remembered what I was doing. I made an offset. I specifically made an offset just for this. So that can be a 200, but that has to be -50. Okay. Okay. You can hear my Jamaican accent coming out now. That's too far. That's fine. Ish. They're not lined up, but so I changed this to 20. Huh? Why did I change that? Did I change the offset or no? I changed the offset. I definitely changed the offset. Definitely. I'll just make that -25, and I'll make the shot manager 50. This is a good point about streaming because you can actually remember just from watching the video over again of what you just did. Yep, items are fine. Attack this guy. We need an actual object for this, like a target marker. So for that cube, what we can do, this targeter here, this is a targeter. We can make a new material based on all the assets we have. Because I downloaded some UI. Let's look at all the, what are we looking for? No, we'll just go into simple UI and find something. It's got no. Okay, so there's nothing here. Oh wait, there's these. I guess we could have a natural marker, like a bow and arrow, or a square. Squares are cool. I kind of hate all of these. Actually, the square is fine for now. We can just see how it looks like. That's not what I meant. On the targeter, you dumbass. Hold, bear with me. Go to new invite, create material, square, and then that's going to have this texture on the albedo, I guess, and then we can just drag this onto the box. No. Just no. Oh, there's no what? There's no renderer. It's on the child. Okay, I messed up. So yeah, I could have just dragged it onto the cube. It doesn't look good though. Like, not at all. Is that just because of where it is? No, it just looks bad. Okay, we'll try another one. L3. Is this thing on? Right, well, okay. Instead, we'll just change the material from here. Right. Does this make any difference? Or any of these make any difference? Please? Okay, so the texturing's not working. Let's just make a new cube and make sure it's not that one. Like, so if we add the TV onto here, no, it just hates it. Okay, well, I guess instead we could put the material on normally, and we could use detail reader maybe. What does that look like? That looks cool-ish. No, none of these look cool. But I don't even know where that came from. It's not mine. Okay, it's just the transparent ones that seem to be a problem, which is annoying, but what can you do? Because these are designed for UI, I guess. Well, instead, we can do something that looks better. So none of those. Wait. This is kind of what I was going for, but I wanted it a bit transparent. It'd be so much easier if I could just use a transparent one, but these are marked as PNG. PNG should be fine, to be honest. Unless I duplicate this. Wait, do it over here. So back to that box, we can, this box, duplicate, and then oh, because it's marked as a sprite, not a texture. Or default. Yeah, let's just do default. Apply. Texture shape is 2D. Back it on there. Did it work? No. Oh wait, and then we have to mark alpha as it's already marked as half its transparency. Okay, so these just won't work, I guess. We can say cubes instead. Oh, that's trippy. Whatever we did, we must never do again. I would have loved it as a sprite, but what can you do? There's only so much you can do. Okay, well, instead of that, what can we have? Any suggestions in the chat? Just bring them up. We could have... But why would that not be working? I'm thinking we could just have... If I duplicate this one, then... Does that make it a texture? No, that makes it the actual UI thing. Well, we can just have a UI thing, and then drag that onto the targeter. It's looking better already. That's the wrong one. Wrong cube. Delete that. Make sure you can see it. I guess we can just change this to anything now. So we'll try it with the box first, and the targeter will set. Actually, it's got no offset. Wait, it does 1.5. So 0. Yeah, that would. We need to redo the targeter script just so that it uses this part, but yeah, that's not a big job. So now when we target, no, actually I'll pause it next time, but I think it needs to be -1. Yeah, I was doing a pause menu until you guys disturbed me. Where is it? Where is he? Oh wait, I haven't targeted anyone, that's why it's not working. So it's got the target there. And then we can have it spinning and stuff, so... Rotate. Do I have a rotate script lying around? Developer... Tools... Rotate. I do have a rotate script lying around. Where the hell did... I do have one. I know I've got one. Yeah, delete. Rotate. Not in VFX. It's not here then. Whatever. Okay, so go back to here. We'll make a rotate script. Rotate forever. Because I'm sure there's another one in here. I just can't remember where it is. And this is just going to be public vector3 rotation. And in the update it's going to say transform.rotate rotation. Simple. So this targeter rotate. I guess we can turn off hover for now. Oh my god, Unity crashed. But it's fine, we saved it recently. It's only the Unity 2017 and 2018 that have been crashing, but it's still annoying. That's why we save everything all the time. Just Control S, it's the easiest thing in your life. It will save you so much time. Like, the amount of time you can save from Control S, the amount of stress that you'll use off that as well, you'll live until you're like 130 just from pressing Control S all the time. And yeah, these are things that we're going to do. Main menu is something I decided on doing today, but I don't even know what I want. Right now it's just a box where you're floating around and it has nothing to do with the game. It's like, okay, but it's also the matrix, so it fits. And text highlight on target enemy, it needs an indicator for where you're targeting or who you're targeting. It shows you who you're targeting, but it doesn't show on the text who you're targeting. So we just need it to like glow light pink or something. I don't know how I'm actually light pink. I'll just find out what the maths equation is for a vector 4 between red and pink, because I'm sure that it's only like a little bit more blue to make it magenta. So yeah, we'll add a little bit. Yeah, so we'll just make it something a little bit more blue when it's targeted on its text. Okay, Unity's loaded now. It's just on the other monitor. So right over here. Boom. And the only thing we'll need to redo is I think the player's fine. Never mesh. Yeah, 0.1. Oh wait, that was meant to be 0.09. It's fussy, but it's important. Then apply that. And the targeter, that needs to be done again, because it's a big ass ugly cube. So we can just turn this off, drag in the, whatever you call it, the square, the target square. That's the wrong folder. It was in here, here, no, here. drag that onto the targeter, reset to 0, 0, 0. Wait, what was that in disorder? Is this game making you stressed? Yeah. Yes and no. It's fun, but it's a good kind of stress. But when things go wrong, then it's like, this is the worst part of my week. Unity just crashed. But thankfully, I'm lucky because Unity's crashed more than once for me. So this week it's crashed thrice in the past 2 days. But this time I'm not losing any work. So I'm very, 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 very lucky. And rotation, I don't know. Hey targeter, what rotation do you need? I can't see anything. Okay, so it needs to rotate like this on the z-axis. So, oh no, wrong thing. I just rotated it and did nothing. Yeah, thanks, no thanks. 0, please. Rotation, we'll make that like 10. And the offset, that was -1 last time, so -0.8, -0.75. Give it a go. That needs to, we need to change the colour of that because it doesn't look good. Yeah, we'll just make it red for now and change the angle to like that. Yeah, and then make it go back a bit, like -0.2, and then the colour, like red. That'll do. And next up would be the target colour, because I'm on a roll. I need to get this coding out of the way so I can work on the main menu. Yeah, that looks so much better than a box closing in the air. Okay, so the text is what I'm going to do now, and the text is controlled by the battle manager in core, battle targets. Technically everything should be in the battle manager, but I made the manager first, so I'll tidy up the code later. It's just, the idea of coding is that you want everything in a script to do one thing, so the manager is like just managing some stuff. Battle manager manages the battles, shop manager manages the shops, game manager manages the manager. So the game manager I've named manager just because it was the first manager I made. If you're not following along, then don't worry, I'll stop saying manager in like 10 seconds. But yeah, battle targets needs a battle manager as a namespace as well, so that it can be separated from all the other managers, just so that it feels more like a manager class and less like everything's in the manager class, which is really bad. So in here we've got battle targets, and yeah, this does nothing for me. I mean, okay, instead of that, we'll go back to Unity and target text. No, that's just the target text. I mean, I want to go to the targeter, so if you go to heroes, targeter, or player, targeter, and this is what goes over each player. Yeah, so make stuff invisible, and then every time the target is set, then it updates the player. So it also needs to update, yeah, target dot, what do I call it? I call it text or something, like my text, or I can't remember. Go back to the AI class. Yeah, my text with a capital T. Oh, exactly right. Okay, I'm on it. So the target's my text dot color equals target dot my text dot color. Not capitals. I don't know why I did that. Not capitals. I don't know why I just did that. text.color dot get component text mesh pro UGUI dot color. Oh, and we have to use a namespace using TM Pro. Actually, I don't want to use TM Pro. I don't want to. So instead, we're going to go to the what we saw the first time that we didn't want to go to. Back in core battle, the target text. And we're just going to have a public void that says color on, or just color Bulby. Instead of B, we'll just have it as if you don't know coding, then a boolean it's just a switch that says yes or no. So if it's Bulby, then if B, it will do this, otherwise or else it will do that, assuming this and that are different things. So instead of B, we want to call it something that makes sense, like target color or targeted. So if it's targeted, it's going to do this, otherwise it's going to do that. Apply, and if it's targeted, then we're just going to say in this class it's using TM Pro, because if you're using a class that's called target text, of course you want it to be using all of the text classes. So if it is targeted, then actually I'm just going to say TM Pro, sorry, text mesh pro UGUI text, and that's a semicolon, because we don't use full stops in coding, we just, or in C#, we just use semicolons. And we're just going to say if the text is known, then get the text. And I'm feeling lazy, I'm just going to copy and paste this. Okay, so if targeted, then text dot color. Actually, we can just store a variable for color here. Well, we don't need to, it's fine. Text dot color equals new vector 4 and then the same thing. Well, we're just going to say text.color.a or .r, and then copy and paste this guy. Boom, 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 boom. So that's going to be A, B, G, and we're going to add 0.1 to it, or 0.5, so it stands out. This is the same thing, but it takes away 0.5 on the blue. Yada 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 yada. That's done. Well, it's not done yet because we need to. This class is done, but here we're just going to say target.mytext.color true, and then over here. Actually, we don't need to do that, because it's just going to delete it. Well, we'll put it in there for now because it might be useful later, but we're going to comment it out because it gets destroyed by the enemy. So let's go back to here. Loading. Done. Awesome. And now we can see the color of the text when it's being targeted or not. Ideally. It's still kind of red. if you go to the main canvas, backstop panel, yeah, oh, yeah, it's still pretty red. Yeah, the blue didn't change at all. Okay, so all we're going to do for now is see if it's getting called or not, like debug.log changing color. And excuse my British English, yeah, excuse my English, but American English is not the English that we need. Oh, because of the color that, oh fuck. Okay, there's another script I did yesterday that's interfering with it. So, what was it called again? Color lerp. I can't remember that. What was it called? VFX UI color lerp. UI color lerp. Okay, so it's going to get that instead. And instead of text.end, we're just, or text.color, we're just going to say text.end. And then we don't need color. Well, we need text.end.r. So all of these, we're just going to rename them to, oh, we can't rename them because I just, okay, well, we're just going to do this. I even made a note of that, so I knew that was going to happen, but I completely forgot about it. And yeah, it's not technically accurate because, you know, the color lerp isn't a text, but it still makes sense. And it's only a tiny script of like, how many lines? 30 lines. So it's fine to call things the wrong things. Let's give this a go now. Yeah, now it's a bit pinker. Okay, that's fine. Okay, I'm happy with that. Now I really want to get onto the main menu, because I have no idea what I'm doing for this, so it's a completely creative process. If anyone has any ideas, just throw them out. If you want to, I'll put you in the credits for designing the main menu. Main menu. Okay, so far the main menu is this guy. You press play, and it's just a floating camera. I used too much force. I think it's free now. But yeah, it's because the edges aren't technically touching in the plane. So that'll be 30, 30. Open them all out. Okay, this will be, okay, so that was 30, 30. This was 0, 0. Oh. Okay, so 35, 35, right? Okay, everything's multiple 35. This one's minus 35 by minus 35. Or not. 35 by minus 35. This one's minus 35 by 35 by 35 by 0. And this one's 35 by 35 by 0. Okay. This one's just 0. Is that 0? Oh, 35. Oh, was that 70? Okay. So all of these are clean numbers now. What about the one on this side? I can't see. Yeah. Okay. So at least you can't bounce out yet, but the camera's force is way too high. Like 1,000 is wrong. So 500 should be good. Okay, 100. I should actually change the script to make it a bit more reusable. Oh, and the crystal, that's the big thing. The crystal has to be kinematic, which means it can't move. Oh, there was something else I was going to do, wasn't there? Oh, I can't remember. Oh yeah, the script. And that's too little now, so maybe we'll change that. So main camera to 200, and all I'm going to do before I press play again. Oh my god, I opened so many things. Die, 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 die. Yeah, vote, no. Tidy it up. Don't need that. Okay, die. Wait. Don't need that part either. No, die. Die. Die, 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 die. Oh, all of them can die. Okay, so we've got nothing left. And what the hell? Oh, just... I was doing something. I was changing the force, random force on start. So, plus force. Because you can set a force on top of that. This way. Sorry. Over here, plus force. Can you see? Yeah, no. This is a good one. So yeah, it's a game of crabs and snakes and stuff, and then you just end up in this weird place at the start menu. I don't know. 500. I'm trying to make it. Wait, the crystal isn't bouncy. The crystal isn't bouncy. There we go. Yeah, there we go. But I hate that you can see the edges, so I guess we'll have to make something proper in Blender sometime. But yeah. And then something else we can do is UI. So the button is just going to say click to start, or just start. Who says there has never been a start button in the history of start buttons that says click to start? It's just a button. If it's click to start, then you click to start. Okay. And this does it uses a level manager, but we can't use an instance of it because it's a static class. I'll show in the thing in Visual Studio. So a static class means that there's only one instance of it, and you can't drag it into a scene because it has to stay as a script. If you make it derive from mono behavior, then it can't be static. So this is just a level manager, which just says either go to the first level or calculate the next level, which is either the next level or it goes to 0. So in order to call this, we need something that calls menu. So we just need the normal manager, I guess, which is managers manager. It's got a function called menu somewhere. It doesn't. Okay. So how do we quit? No, quit is a different thing. So we just need to make something. Okay, we'll just make a title screen script. Create new script called title. Delete, that's a bad name. Title screen. Also, everyone, you are so lucky that you weren't here 2 days ago, because I tried deleting an empty folder and I was tired in the morning. I hadn't had my cup of tea yet. I had my cup of tea on the side, but I was so into making the game that, you know, I just wasn't drinking my tea and it went cold, so I couldn't drink it because, you know, you can't drink cold tea. And then I tried to delete an empty folder and it just deleted the entire game. No word of a lie. It deleted everything in developer. So I clicked on like this folder here and deleted this folder here, which is everything. So that's everything in there. All of these. But yeah, that's never gonna happen again. I'm on it. Public void. Start. We can. No, not start. Begin. Is there not another word for begin? I don't want to call it commence or something stupid like that. Start game. I'll just start game. And all this does is level manager dot next level. Okay. And we can just attach that to the camera because there's no point attaching it to anything else. The camera's the main thing in here. Don't need to see that, or that, or that. It just needs the title. Ah, I hurt my finger snapping my fingers. I'm good. Where was I? Scenes. Title screen. Ah, bloody another. Title screen. Okay. So yeah, press start. And nothing happens. Level manager not next level. Why is it not working? Oh, because it's not added to the builds yet. So before we do that, we just have to go to build settings, and it's got this here. Add open scene. Put this at the bottom. Yeah, now it's ready. If it will work. Next level. Should be working. Maybe because I haven't saved or something. I'll try opening it again. Just. Did I set up the button actually? I haven't set up the button. No. I said if you click it, do nothing, which is why the button wasn't working. So you have to drag your object into here, find the function which is title screen, and start game. And that will make the button work. There's no point in just having it saying on click do nothing. And I'm going to take like a 5-minute break soon. But yeah, it works. Brilliant. Cool. And then we need some atmosphere music, so I'll just add component audio source and these are all the audio sources we have, but I'm going to use this one, which is a free sound from the Unity 3D game kit, and I'm just going to go and I'll be back in 5 minutes. Enjoy for now. Wait. Okay, back. So it looks like the camera died and the music wasn't set to loop. But I want to do something else quickly. I want to go back to the tools and because you've got random force on start and force on start, but we don't have random force on collision. And I guess we'll put all of these, we'll make a physics folder inside here. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I wanted a folder. Physics. Okay, this one, and this one, physics. And force on, random force on collision. So I can close these two down and this one. So okay, I'll just have a public pool on here for unstarts. I'll just say that if you make a public pool, that's just the same as saying the yes or no thing, but it's going to be in the inspector, so it's going to be a checkbox. So if on start, if you tick the checkbox, then it will start with a force, which it should do. And then in this one, we're going to say on collision, stay, collide, or collision C. I just want to say, by default, this should always be true. So we're going to save that as true. And then it's just going to say, what was it called? Force, the force. Oh wait, this needs to derive from the random force one, doesn't it? So, random force on starts. This one. So it's just going to say we need another one here, protected void, random force. So this goes into here, and on start it just says random force. Copy that. But we don't want to do that, do we? Well, it's fine for now, but what I wanted to do is have a bounce in the opposite direction. Like, we could just make it do a random force and see how that goes, but I don't want it to be random. I really don't. Okay, so this will derive from force on start. And we need to calculate what the force is, so we'll just say rigid body R is get component rigid body. Okay. I'm just going to say that r dot, what do you call it? Impact? No, velocity? R dot velocity times equals -1. Actually, we'll change this on collision enter, because that only happens when you enter. And even though on collision enter doesn't always work, it works for the most time. So if we change the camera to use that instead, remove component and add collision. Just check that quickly. 1.5F. Okay, let's see. Yeah, this is my busiest stream in the history of streaming for me, so I'm very grateful for everyone that's stuck around. Like, you've made my day. And it doesn't do it, even though it says, oh wait, it doesn't need that. Doesn't. Okay, so it needs to derive from the other one. It needs to be random force on starts. Okay. It doesn't need to actually. That's wrong. Okay, save it as it was before. We can just need to set this force over here, and then wait. Then what does random? Oh yeah. So should it be random at the start? Yeah, let's make it random. Go on then. Okay, so we want the force to be random, so the code here doesn't change. So what it's going to do is it's going to take out the maths doing for us. It's going to do the maths itself. And the random radius is what, 500? I think that's what we said last time. Yeah, 400, that'll do. No, wait, 200. And there. This start button's ugly, but we can change that. We can change that. This was inspired by a DVD player in 2002. Okay, so what can we have the button as? No. The 160. And yeah, I like a star. Let's have the star. Because if we have the star, we can add two scripts to it. We can add the hover, and we can add the rotate. I'm sure I had another rotate one, but whatever, I'll find it sooner or later. Wait, I'll just search here. Yeah. I think I must have done it in here. Yeah, set rotation. Where it just sets it to a rotation. Yeah, it doesn't seem to work. And so yeah, rotate forever along which axis? Z axis, right? No, that's the X axis. No, that is the Z axis. Okay, go. 10 and hover. 1. Yeah, that'll do. We'll see how it looks. I know why I like the star, because it's spacey, but it's got to give the wrong impression, so you can't have a star. But yeah, we can set that to 10, we can set that to 1, and we can set the button to... I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me. These are all the icons in the entire game that we can have, and I think it should be like this one, but not this one. Actually, that one's fine. Oh, I know what I want. Oh, I want the Scorpio sign. So if I go to... oh, where is it? Okay. Scorpio. Images. PNG. Okay, something like that. So I could steal it, but that's very inappropriate, so I'd have to draw something like this. So yeah, I'll take this as a reference. So can I make a link here, or do I have to download the thing? If I do new task for Scorpio, start button. Ooh, Alex start button. I might need to like hire a tattoo artist or something to design it, but it's doable. So Scorpio and Scorpio. I don't want, yeah, I just want Scorpio. Is there anything else about it? Well, it's art, and it's 2D illustration, or 2D asset, 2D sprite. Yeah, that'll do. Wait, can I not assign... what? No. No. Yeah. Can I not assign a picture to it, or a link? I have to download it. Okay. No, that's not what I wanted. Come on Google. I even cancelled it. Okay, save picture as. Yeah. Okay. Okay, cool. So that's one thing I'll do another time, but for the main menu is basically done. It's the start button. What else do you need? And how long did, oh god, how long did that take? It started off as a main menu, and then I went up and did everything else, so this was like roughly an hour, I guess. And then I did this, which was roughly 10 minutes. And then I did none of those. I haven't done any of those. Oh, I need new task, main menu, music, alliteration, and this is music, sound, music. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. I already hate the main menu. It's the wrong theme, so it's not the wrong theme, it's just I could set it in space, I guess. If we had what do you call it, the zodiac star sign, oh wait, no, or zodiac stars, and look at all the different stars. Yeah, like this sort of thing, or this sort of thing. So this could be a good background for it. Let me add that to the PureRef. Well, hopefully we could get like a scientifically accurate one. More scientifically accurate one. You know what, can we just get a star map? Because that would be sexy as hell. It doesn't have to be like glowing in the dark, but these are a lot better than what I was thinking of. Yeah. Okay, so PureRef. Dude. Okay. What? Yeah. So this is just enough to make what do you call it? Concept, like a mind map, like a, what do you call it? What the hell do you call it? It's like a mind map, but I mean like a collage of all your ideas. So I don't remember the word for it, but yeah, it's like a collage. And what else? I wanted that. Go back to the scorpion, please. Oops, here. So just a reminder, these are only for a reference, so I'm never going to use these in the actual game. And because this is technically the main character but not the leading character, the scorpion, the ally that always walks around with you, that's exactly what I wanted for the game. Not this looking like this, but a scorpion. And I spent ages okay, so a bit of background. Everything is free assets, everything's taken from the Unity asset store, so everything's from here. I'll put it down so you can see it properly. But yeah, I just wanted to make that a free assets because it's a prototype, you know. Scorpion. Look at all the different scorpions. They're only like $8 or $2 for a head, $8 for the actual body. But yeah, there's loads. But they're all paid, because if you go to free, which is what I was planning to do for everything, then no results match your search criteria. Mind blown. Okay. I do still want to look first, so now that we're here, what are we looking for? We're looking for, let's look at shells. Okay, you came up with that first. And guns, lots of guns. Okay, let's look at shell. Same thing. Okay, let's look at conch. Huh. It's got treasure chests. It might be a island assets. What's in here? Dun, 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 dun. Can I see the prefabs? Okay. I mean, it's not too great, but it's not too bad. It's good enough for a prototype, and I want to see what else there is. This is my search. I'm pretty sure I searched for a conch. Okay, you're right, I'm wrong. So, low poly RPG. This sounds like, wait, no, it's just potions in a chest. Oh, I saw that one. Coombsy, this is the one that, what's his name? Martin Cook had in the, yeah, he told me to get these. Like, he told both of us to get these second thing, like 2 years ago. But yeah, the Steam plugins, oh, that's only for VR. I don't know what else to look at. Wait, this is the main. How many free things are there? There's like 4,000 things. Okay, I just want to look for a conch because I want to upgrade my environment to be like attractive, which it hasn't been for a really long time, like since it was born. Fantasy Kingdom. That's pretty. I mean, it doesn't look like stuff I can use, but it's nice. It's got those borders around it, like the 2D Borderlands style, or yeah, that's the only thing I can think of. I didn't want to do that. It keeps resetting. Should I just search? Okay, just search RPG. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. This is making my head spin. Look at all these items. Well, there's still 192. But yeah, this isn't anything we wanted. So, okay, we'll try again from the top. Home. 3D models. And there's how many? 23,000. And they have to be free. About 2,000. And I don't know. Characters, environments, and props. We can go through all of them. but okay, no. We'll try environment first, because environment's the most important thing. And fantasy, industrial, landscapes, racetracks, sci-fi, urban, other. We'll start with other, because how much can be in other? 102. It's nature starter kit. It's got nice grass. No, this could be really good. This could be so good if it looks good. Oh, it's just the forest one. Okay, well let's go back and choose the desert one, or either that one or that one. That's so much better. Ink Phantom Studio. Okay, we'll give it a go. I have no idea how it's gonna look. And change the colour of this to, oh, I don't know, man. Let's just choose the material. Oh, and the text, because we can't have the ugly text, we need the new text mesh text. Yeah, by the way, it's Text Mesh Pro, like that's the package for really good Unity fonts for free, and there's so much more scale. It's actually made by Unity, so yeah, if you're not using them, then you should be. Like, if you want to be using Arial for the rest of your life, no one. That's still going. Can I not? Okay, I'll have to wait then. Okay, it's done. Canvas, yeah. Material. That's kind of cool, but not cool enough. Wait, I'm going too fast. Okay, we went through all the materials and there's nothing, so we'll just use this one, I guess, and change the colour to bling, or random colour, maybe. Okay. UI color that. Just make it go from that kind of color, maybe. Wait, I have to prototype with it. Like from silver to gold. That's a nice combination. Yeah. To gold. Play. I guess that will do. And we can also make that material shinier. Actually, that's too much to do. I don't want to do like 3 things instead of 1. So, button text, delete. What? It was fine like 1 second ago. Oh, come on, man. What happened? You were doing so well. Oh, we can just use this one then. or a normal one, or none. Yeah. And then we can just make a shiny material after. I guess we could just make a shiny material now, to be completely fair. I don't remember making that, but shiny. Ooh. Metallic up, and that's it. That's the material. Why? Can I? Maybe if I set this as a UI default. Okay, that's kind of better. Okay. Oh yeah, be right there. I didn't set the material. Really? Oh wait, that's the button. But that's the text I meant. You know what I meant. Shiny's here. Yeah, it's fine. And I wanted to delete this. Make the text. And change the text color to. First change the font. No, first change the text color so we can see it. Then change the font. Bangers. Start. Okay, let's take a look. Huh? UI color lamp. What have we done now? Did I add it to the right thing? Yeah. Oh, it's made for text. It's not made for images. Oh. So am I gonna have to make a completely different thing for each thing? And completely different scripts for each function? I mean, it's not too much hassle if it's just... Hang on, let me Google it. Google Unity C# button or image. I should have done image, but because a button is an image with text. That's all it is. But if you want to change the text, then you have to reference the text. If you want to change the image, you have to change. You have to reference the image. Why is Google taking so long? Oh my god. Is my Wi-Fi still on? Yeah, well, because I'm streaming. Well, we've always got these. This is Prince William and Kate's Go to Take Out order. Does anyone actually read these? I've actually never read any of these on Microsoft Edge ever. And the only reason I'm using Microsoft Edge is because of AdBlocker. So, yeah, I don't recommend it. I mean, look at it. Look at that. Wait 1 second. Okay, it's a maskable graphic, so if we change the Unity to use... Where's it gone? What would I call it again? Maskable graphic. Oh wait. This uses TextMesh Pro. Yeah, we'll just make two. So TextMesh Pro, it's not a text you have to set up individually. So we're just going to copy this. Yeah. Do that after. And if you go to VFX, I guess this is going to be UI color look. Or no, not that. C# script called. This should be the UI color look. The other one should be the text color look. But yeah, I'll just call it image color look. And I will have to go soon, unfortunately, because it's a family dinner tonight, which my mum's looking forward to. And instead, that's going to be an image. Doesn't matter. I'm just going to leave it as T, and then copy that as image. I can't remember. Color look. And this is using the UI. It doesn't need that either. Okay, so now if you go back to Unity, it will work perfectly if we add the image color look. So yeah, no more UI, you're just images. But yeah, the TextMesh Pro does make coding a lot more complicated, but if you can get used to it, then you'll be fine. Oh, I need to remember these. Okay, so this was gold, and the other one was silver, which was that. Okay, I will have to head off soon, but yeah, you can see it working. The rotation is 2. Actually no, the rotation's fine. I guess the hover should be twisted to 1, 5. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna pop off now and I'll see you guys later on. Actually, I'll make a video of that first. Okay, that's that, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks everyone for hanging on, and yeah, have a good night.